Last year I took two of my favorite planes, which is the MiG-29 version 2 and the MiG 1.44 scratch build that I built, and combined them to try to make a high-speed plane that would show no signs of elevation flutter whatsoever, but still be aerobatic. This year, two of my favorite RCPowers version 3 planes are the MiG-29 version 3 and the F-117 version 3. Both are extremely aerobatic planes. The interesting thing is that the F-117 is extremely aerobatic but with no thrust vectoring. The design of the elevons is such that it not only gives a great maneuverability at low speeds, but it also creates very little drag at high speed. So I wanted to incorporate the two planes into one new Delta Mig. This is the Delta Mig version 3, and as you can see, it's a combination of the MiG-29 version 3 and F-117 on the back. The idea here is to give great speed with the swept wings and great maneuverability without thrust vectoring so that I can use a rear mount prop. The rear mount prop delivers better thrust than the mid mount, so I want to maximize thrust and speed. I've got elevons only on here. I've got the reduced throws because especially on aileron throw, the roll is very fast on the F-117 if you have full throws. And then I have no rudders on this, and I don't think I need rudders yet. We'll see how that goes. But the main idea here is to use the extra lift of the lurks area here on the MiG-29. That creates very little drag, but does create good lift. Then the swept wing of the F-117 has very little drag, but the lifting body configuration still provides lift. So hopefully these two things will combine to give a high-speed, low-drag plane that still has some decent lift and good maneuverability without thrust vectoring. I wanted to use a conservative setup, which is the NTM prop drive 2700 on 6x4 prop and 3-cell. The last Delta MiG had this setup on it, so I want to compare the two speed-wise to see if this is any faster than the MiG-29 version 2 Delta MiG. As with all planes that are new to me, I left off the KF airfoils. And this is just a flat wing. I'd like to see how the plane flies on just a flat wing and then determine whether I need to add some kind of KF onto it. Very sensitive on roll. I think I can come back with the center of gravity a little bit. Let's see what kind of pitch control. I've reduced the throws, the elevator throws, and I don't think I need to. I think I can go 100%. Okay, let me bring it down and do a center of gravity adjustment. See how slow I can get it to land. All right, not bad. Move the center of gravity back about an inch or two. Okay, center of gravity is back, and I also turned on the RC speedo, so maybe I can get a quick speed run in.
45.2 miles per hour.
Unfortunately, I had to launch into the wind. Where the happens to be right where the sun is. Okay, center of gravity adjustment did help the loops, but I think it's a little bit too far back, so I'm going to bring it down and split the difference. I'm ripping up the nose. Ripped up the nose here on the stiff grass, so I'm going to have to take this little piece off here and save it so I don't lose it. Move the center of gravity up a little bit. Okay, split the difference on the center of gravity. Very hard to see even with the black tape, but yeah, this is better maneuverability. Let's do a speed run here. Not really affected.
88.8 miles per hour.
88.8. Not really affected by the wind.
49.6 miles per hour. 67.9 miles per hour.
Well, that said 67.9 miles per hour, which is not right. I'll have to take this out on a calm day. The plane is being tossed around with the wind. Super quick on the controls.
110.4 miles per
110.4, I don't know about that. All right, bring it down and polish it. But it's flying very well. I got the center of gravity figured out. Beautiful. Let's see how hot the components are. Battery is cool. ESC is cool. Motor's cool. I've got a good prop drive here. This is my original prop drive and never even gets hot. Whereas the second one I got, actually the bearings went bad. But so, good first test. I'll have to fix up this piece of nose that broke off here on the grass. And then it's got no bad tendencies right now once the center of gravity is right. So it's windy, but I will check the center of gravity as best as I can here real quick. Looks to be right about there. I'll mark that on the plan. And that's for the rear mount. The mid-mount version, which I'll also have available, you'll have the prop right here. Actually, you can see where the prop would go right here. That will be the same center of gravity, of course, but you'd have some factors in there with the thrust vectoring. You could use a thrust vectoring to trim the plane, even if you have the center of gravity off a little bit. So, very positive test.